Morning, Chris. It's Matt Shirey. I'm going to try to show you a quick little demonstration of some of the projects that I've worked on, some of the things I've worked on. This project here, this is for Greater Pitt Deck Hockey. It's for Penn Hills. Um, they keep getting charged like thousands of dollars a year for things, automatically charged for things that they don't use anymore, or they never use. So they wanted me to put something together for them. This actually has like a home page. A lot of places, a lot of organizations don't want a home page. They just want stats, standing, and schedule. So I'll show you that. And a lot of the information in here, a lot of the data in here isn't done yet, just because we just got this going. But like, here's their schedule. Um, you could divide it up by ranks if you want. You could filter it by team. Here's the Bubbles team schedule. That's women's league. You could filter this by league if you want, and then from there you could filter it by team. I still need to filter. You could filter the schedule. This is what the user sees, right? This is not the admin view. This is anybody that goes on this site can see this information. You can filter it by venue if you'd like. We got a stats and standings. You come down here and you select your league, either D West or women's draft. And like I said, they haven't even given me players yet for this league, so there's nothing here yet. But this shows the standings. And once again, there's no information, but we'll go to a page where there is information. Blossom. This would show their roster and their schedule, and you could click on any of these other teams to see their roster and schedule. I'll go to a better one here in a minute. Arsenal, no, we don't need to go there. That's their tournament team. Let's log into admin. I'll show you how it's done. Obviously, to get this information into the system, someone or a few people need to have access to start populating the data. So once you get into the admin mode here, you'll see you can set up your leagues. You could archive league. Like when a league is over, you could archive it, which means it sort of puts it in the background, but the data's all still there. And the reason we do that is for player history, right? And I could show you maybe some examples of player history for archive leagues. But like, we keep the current leagues here. These are the leagues going on at this time. That way, when you're in the home screen and you select stats and standings, for example, like, you just get the current leagues. If you want to view a previous league, you can do that, see how things, a previous league from the past. Or if you want, this just is going to show the current leagues. Let's go back here. So you could create new leagues, add a new league. You could add teams to that league. That's where you add teams. You could add players to a team. Right now they don't have any players, but here's a list of all the players right now in the Penn Hills system. Once you enter a player into the system, they're there for life. You don't have to remove them or anything. You could add Natalie Apt here. You could add her to as many teams as you want, and for each of those teams, you'll start to see a player history. Let me find a good example of that. Let me go to Murraysville here. So let's select Beaver. Alright, so right now there's only 2 teams. There's the scoring leaders on these in this league, right? You see the scoring leaders. I think I have the top 10. We can click on Rider Free here. His mom runs Marysville Sports Zone. I know he has a player history. So this is his player history. It shows all the teams he's been in since this app was created. And it's a nice little thing. Kids like to go here. I catch kids going here all the time and checking out their stats and their player history. Let's go back to Penn Hills. So here's how you add games. You could select your league. Once you select the league, you have to pick a date, time. Here's the teams in this league, right? These are the teams for D West. If you picked the women's draft league, you'd get only the teams for the women's league. Select the home team, visitor team, venue, either rink 1 or rink 2. If you want, you could just add something, like if there's practice or something that's not a game. You could add those events as well. Here's the venues. We have rink 1 and rink 2 at Penn Hills. Of course, you could add another venue if you'd like. Schedule. This is the admin schedule. So when a game is done, so we create the games and they all go here. Once again, you could filter them by venue or by league. But once the games are created, they come here into the schedule, and when they're done, well, if you want, you can come in here and edit a game. Say, you know, the time changed or the teams changed or whatever. But if you want, you can come in here and you could add the results. Let me find a better one for you. Well, let's go. Well, let me find cool hockey events. That would be a good one, I think. So let's go to schedule. Yeah, here. And this gives you a drop down. You say the game is final. Here's the final score. What this does is this lists all the players on that team by their jersey numbers, and you can start giving them stats, right? 2 goals, 3 assists, whatever. And there's room here for penalties. You can save all that information, and that's the stuff that sort of populates the player stats, right? So let's find a tournament. Mat test. No, we don't want that. Stats and standings. Sorry. Let's go. Who has a good one? I don't know. Pick on this guy. You see, he leads the league with 8 points in the Summerfest, right? So that's sort of like how this all comes together. It all comes together on the back end, and you create your games, you create your players. What else? For Penn Hills here, I have how-to videos, and these would be really helpful for you getting started, adding games, events, entering game results, archiving teams, view player history, all that stuff. It should be everything you need to know is in here. Typically, I charge around $1,500 for one of these, plus it's $150 a year after that just to keep the site live. I make no money off of that. That's just, you know, I charge it so it doesn't cost me money. I'm willing to offer you guys the Stats and Standings app for $500. If you want like a home page like this, that would be $600, and that's a lower deal than I've given anybody, but I know you guys are just starting up. I'm always willing to discuss these things. You know, if you have custom widgets or custom things you'd like to put in there, let me know. I work with you, but I'm trying to grow the game and make it easier for organizations, because a lot of these organizations are just run on paper or spreadsheets or multicolored spreadsheets that are confusing to look at and hard to read. This makes it a lot easier. It's getting a lot of good feedback. I have where is my website? This stupid website that I made for myself. But like, the client list is starting to grow, so the word's starting to get out there. That's, you know, I could help you guys, you help me. You grow my footprint, I help you get your league up and going. You know, if you guys do decide to go with this, send me all your information. Send me all your teams, your schedules, all that stuff. Send it to me. I'll get that all entered in your system. You'll be ready to go. So when this league starts, all you need to do is just go in, enter the results. I'll walk you through anything you need to know. All right, thanks, man. Bye-bye.